Hello, everyone. How are you? Thank you. In 1982, my son's father, Kevin Ross, was the first Division I NCAA college athlete who admitted to the world that he was functionally illiterate. Thank you. This sparked a media frenzy. You need the mic? Okay. This sparked a media frenzy, which led to the creation of what we know as the NCAA Eligibility Center. Now, my son grew to love sports, and like all teenagers, most teenagers, they think more about sports rather than they do their studies. My son was no different. Understanding this, he said that he wanted to go to college, but yet and still he was thinking more about sports rather than academics. So I set out to navigate him through this college process. And what I found was I wanted to really capitalize off of his ability to play sports as well as his academics. So I was given a packet from the NCAA Eligibility Center and found that it was a lot harder to follow than what I had anticipated. So I created this tool to help me start tracking my son a lot better. And then I started helping his friends and their friends. And then a parent told me one day that I should start a company, which I did. And then I launched GradeCheck. It's not that we didn't have the support. As you can see, we have a lot of folks who are invested in making sure that our kids get what they need. However, none of them have all of the tools necessary to get a student through that process. Parents and students become very frustrated. I know this for a fact. I talk to them all the time. They're frustrated, they're disappointed, and they're running out of time. GradeCheck is the link that brings it all together. A 100,000 kids, 150,000, I'm sorry. Over half are not eligible to receive a scholarship because of a technicality. 100,000 families, 150,000 families that don't know how to help them. For example, we have kids who take courses and their high school doesn't have them listed with the NCAA Eligibility Center. That's one of the technicalities. So what is GradeCheck? GradeCheck is an easy-to-use website, an internet-based software solution. We have the NCAA requirements, their eligibility standards. We have all Division I, Division II colleges. Admission requirements. We have the high school core courses. And with the log on, a student and their support system can have access of entering their classes, their test scores, and really seeing what their overall GPA and their overall pictures will look like. GradeCheck can also process their eligibility by evaluating them with the green, red, and yellow light. Here's an example of our summary. We have a simple, easy report that they can view for everyone interested in that child's success. We have a copyrighted software that tracks the NCAA qualification, the college standard admissions requirements, their test score, GPA, core courses, like I stated before. And the student knows at all times what their grades are like. And they can use this as a GPA calculator. So if you have kids who have a problem with getting that test score up or really understanding why it's so important to get a high test score, this right here is a solution for them. We are the only product on the market that is a one-stop shop. We're easy to use, we have a complete system, and we're very affordable. We don't care how high the student can jump or how fast they can run. We're strictly about academics. We have 1 million students, 1 million students who need our services. And we're going to start getting into the numbers, so I'm going to pass the mic over to Al Bacon. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheila. Well, I operate as GradeCheck CFO, and numbers like this really get me going. And let me show you how we've got the revenue streams that we've been working on. We've got the 1 million high school athletes paying $50 a year. That's all to self-monitor themselves on the web. 10,000 high schools out there that will pay an average of $10,000 a piece, again per annum, to buy access for all their student athletes. 1,000 colleges, $4,500, so that the coaches can monitor their prospects, so we don't get into any situations where they have to be sent home at the beginning of football practice. Now, how does that work for our financials going forward? Well, we've been bootstrapping this company over the last few years, and we believe that, you know, we're going to get to 250,000 in revenue where we are, but that's not where we get the excitement out of. I mean, we think we can really skyrocket this business if we can get the $500,000 investment that we're asking for this evening. Let me show you how that'll work. So we think we can take this over the next 6 months, hopefully, and really use this to push out the sales and the marketing so we can be hitting $6 million in 2011, $7.5 million in 2012, and the red arrow indicates kind of a break even roughly mid-year of 2011. So let me give you just a broad brush on the revenue streams. We've got the high school subscriptions, college subscriptions, individuals, and that's not even counting the current consulting revenue with strategy sessions, development, and workshops that we've been using to bootstrap the business. So we think there's real ample opportunity to go forward here. Some of the milestones real briefly: in 2006, we got the approval from the NCAA to talk and communicate with students and the colleges. 2007, GradeCheck went national and international. 2008, $2 million in scholarships were awarded to GradeCheck subscribers. Also, joining with the 5-star basketball camp, the premier high school basketball camp in the country as the academic provider. And then in 2009, joining the National Association of Booster Clubs. And then the real capstone in May, being awarded the first ever endorsement for an academic product by the Michigan State High School Athletic Association. That's already paying some dividends. Now, the management team that we've got, you've got Sheila, who's an expert in this field. As you know, she's been working on this. She's got really, really great connections. My role as the CFO is to make sure that this company, as my other clients, we can accelerate the growth in revenues and do that well. Brian Curtis is our manager of business development. He's a real go-getter. He's here in the audience. He's had experience with 4 startups. But to really make this thing go, we're looking for Chief Operating Officer, VP Sales and Marketing, and a product manager so we can continue to expand the offerings. Now, the investment we're looking for, $500,000 to round out that management team, further the product development, and accelerate our sales and marketing. This should put us well in position for an exit by an acquisition by any number of educational companies out there in, say, 3 to 5 years. So, you know, I get excited about this, and I want you to come and join me with this. There's an untapped market here. We've got existing sales. There's a national momentum. We've got a passionate CEO who is ready to take this company to the next level. And, you know, we'd like to, of course, we're looking for an investment, but boy, anybody out there who's got students that might be interested, or knows a college coach or guidance counselors, we'd certainly love for you to come up and talk to us after. So thank you very much, and we'll now open it up for questions.